to your next video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different because we're going to break up the Surya Namaskars and combine it with a little bit of squats and a little bit of an abs workout, which is something new. The moves are something that we haven't really done before, and it's all geared towards the winter setting in. And as it gets colder, like it's getting really cold in Bangalore during the mornings and the evenings, it's good to kind of warm up the body with a little bit of exercise. So keeping that in mind, today's workout is going to be a little more intense than usual. Try to keep pace with it, and even if you can't, it's okay. You can take breaks as and when you need to, and see what you can do, what best you can do. So let's begin. We're going to start with neck rotations. Inhale as your head goes back, and exhale as it comes forward. Large circles with your neck. Let's go in the other direction. Inhale as your head goes back, and exhale as it comes forward. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Once again, inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come to the center and let's look from side to side. And once again, come to the center and ear to shoulder. Good. Now let's stop the practice. Right hand on left knee and twist back. Chest open, shoulders pushed back. Now the same thing on the other side. So once again, chest open, shoulders pushed back. And come back. Now place your hands flat on the floor in front of you. Walk forward and try and place your forehead, nose or chin on the floor. And gently walk back. And place your hand flat on the floor next to you. Reach out with the other hand, look up. Come back, and the same thing on the other side. Reach out and look up. Now come back to your base position and come on all fours. Hands on the floor, knees on the floor. And we're going to start with the tiger breathing. So inhale, push your belly button to the floor, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Once again, inhale, look up. And exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Come back to your base position, start your wrist stretches. Now stop with both hands facing you and start to rock back and forth. And side to side. Good. Stop the practice. Bring your hands back to their original positions. Place your toes on the floor. And lift your knees up off of the floor, push the tailbone up. You're keeping the knees bent, trying to get the abdomen as close to the thighs as you can. And then slowly you're going to straighten one leg, then the other leg. Gently walking in place. slowly straighten both legs. Again, push the tailbone up, roll the thighs in. And then you're going to inhale, bring the right leg forward in between your hands. Place the back knee on the floor, push the hips down, and you're going to rock from side to side, really pushing the hips down, ensuring that the groin gets a good stretch. And now switch legs. So you're going to take the right leg back, left leg forward, back knee on the floor. Again, push the hips down and rock from side to side. Now bring the other leg forward as well. And hang here. Allow the arms to drop down, top of the head facing the floor. And now slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll yourself up to a standing position. Good. Now, we're going to start with a few Surya Namaskars. So we're just going to do a set of 4 Surya Namaskars, and then we're going to get into the squats. So, come to your base position. Bring your hands into the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale, take your hands all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now, come to the center of your mat and we're going to do 25 squats. If you feel 25 is too much for you, you can just do half of that. Maybe do like 12 squats. But otherwise, to push yourself, to challenge yourself, let's go ahead and do 25. Squats are a really great source of exercise, a really great type of exercise because it's very core intensive and it's great for the lower back. So let's begin. And it also, squats increase the heart rate. So that's why it's really good to really do the squats almost every single day. So let's begin. 1, come all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good. Shake the legs out. Your heart rate will have increased slightly. So now we're going to alternate this with a couple of Surya Namaskars. So another 4 sets of Surya Namaskars. So bring your hands to the Namaskar Mudra and let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. One more. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now, we're going to do another set of 25. So, the heart rate is still up, and with the Surya Namaskars, you're doing a little bit of stretching, building the upper body, and with the squats, you're working on the core. So, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good job. 50 squats right there. So if you do this for 1 month, you will see so much of a change in your body composition. Alright, now we're going to continue with the Surya Namaskars. So bring your hands together in Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. One more. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now, another set of 25 squats. So get into your positions, hands forward, and let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good job. Now, once again, we're going to go set up 4 Surya Namaskars. Hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Last one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now, another 25 squats, and that will make it 100 squats for the day. So, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good. Now one final set of Surya Namaskars. 4 Surya Namaskars. So, let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now from here, have a seat, come into your Bhatt Konasana and try and come forward just to relax, to catch your breath and to open up the hip joint. Good. Now, we're going to continue working on the abs. So what we're now going to do is basically a little bit of ab work. So for this one, it's almost like the leg lifts. So bring your hands under your hips, lift your legs up 90 degrees, cross the legs, and now 10 times you're just going to lift your pelvis up. So you lift it up instead of to the wall. This is not the movement. The movement is up. So you're going to come down, up, and down. So it's not going here. It is lifting up. You can place your hand on the floor also. So let's begin 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And hug your knees into your chest. And you can even place your feet on the floor. Allow the abs to relax. And we're going to do this 3 more times. So again, lift your legs up, cross them either the right on top or the left on top, whichever one, it doesn't matter, and start to lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Again, hug your knees into your chest. And if you don't feel anything on your abs, if you feel that your abs are not really working, then you have to see how you're lifting your pelvis up. Lifting the pelvis up will require you to push down with your hands and just lift up based with your ab strength. So you must feel it in the abs. If you do not feel it, then you have to look at the technique again. Okay, now the last time. So you're going to, again, cross the legs, get into your position and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And once again, hug your knees into your chest. Place your feet on the floor, and we're going to go straight into Chatushpadasana to stretch your abdominal muscles. So see if you can grab your ankles. If you're unable to grab the ankles, you can either use a rope or place the hands on the floor. So we're going to push the shoulders back into the floor, and now lift the hips up. Now push your chest further into your chin. Allow the back of the neck to stretch. Keep the thigh rolled in. Push your feet firmly into the floor. And come down and hug your knees into your chest. The Chatushpadasana is amazing for when you have backache. It is also great when you want to stretch the abdominal muscles. So once again, we're going to do this the same thing. So you're going to grab your ankles and lift up. This time try and go deeper. And come down and hug your knees in to your chest. And one last time. We're going to grab your ankles and make this your best attempt possible. So inhale, lift the hips up, lift the hips up. walk the shoulders back, roll the thighs in, lift up. And slowly come down, hug your knees in to your chest. And now, continuing with the ab work. This time you're actually going to place your hands under your thighs, under your buttocks, and we're going to do leg rotations. Now, leg rotations are better than leg lifts because I've found that if done properly, leg rotations actually access a lot more of the abdominal muscles than just simply lifting the legs up. So we're going to do 5 clockwise and 5 counterclockwise. So to start, lift the legs up, and now you're going to slowly start to take the legs down to the side, bring them as close to the floor as you can, and from the other side, come up. So that was 1 round. So just like that, you're going to do 5 more rounds. And remember, the knees have to remain straight, feet should be touching each other, legs should be touching each other. This is the 4th one. And finally, the 5th one. Good. Now, just for a little while, hug your knees into your chest. And then, we're going to do the counterclockwise movements. So, take the legs up. And now, start to move the other way. And placing the hands under your buttocks actually is a preventative measure. It provides safety to your tailbone. So it's always a good idea to have that. This is the 4th one. Let's finish the 4th and now the 5th one. And hug your knees in to your chest. And now from here, we're going to work on the sides. So you're going to come into the side plank. So you're going to place your hands on the floor, elbow right under your shoulder, and the opposite hand on the waist, and you're going to lift up into side plank. And you're just going to hold this. And all of the movements that we've done so far are something that you can do every day. And if done properly, within just 2 weeks, you will see a lot of difference. So keep pushing up, push the hips up, and come down. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now, again, you're going to lift the hips up and breathe. Never hold your breath, and in this position, if you really want your sides to work, you will have to push your hips up. Pushing the hips up requires a lot of engagement with your abdominal muscles. And come down. Good. And once again, as usual, you're going to bring your legs, feet together, and just come a little forward, just opening up the hip joint, opening up the groin. And now from here, you're going to come into your downward dog. So hands on the floor, hands on the mat, take the legs wide apart, distance of the mat apart, and push the tailbone up. The focus is not on getting the heels down into the floor. The focus is on sharpening the extension of the upper body. So you're lengthening the shoulders, rotating the tailbone in, rotating the thighs in, tailbone out. And from here, step forward into Uttanasana. Feet wide apart, and again see if you can start to place your hands on the floor. When you do that, there is going to be more of a stretch on your on the hamstrings, the back of the knees. The back of the knees are basically where the limitation lies when you do the Uttanasana. And then come up. And now you're gonna rotate, clasp your hands together, rotate the shoulders back, and bring the upper body forward. And continue lifting the arms up to the ceiling. Keep the elbows tight. If you need a belt for this, go ahead and use a belt. And clasp your hands tightly to each other and bring the hands forward. And slowly come up. Good. Now, shake the hands out and shake the legs out. And now, we're going to start doing the handstand jumps. If you do come to my class, you will know that it's something that I frequently do in my classes. Basically, once you have warmed up your upper body and your abdominal muscles, it is easier for you to jump up into the handstand. So we'll do just 5 on each side. 5 with the right side, 5 with the left side. Do not worry if you're unable to get all the way up. However much you can do it, it's great. It is just the starting of the practice with the jumps. So, and again, the jumps are something that you should do daily because they're great to tone your abdominal muscles and really great to get the heart rate up. So you're going to come forward, and I'm going to start with my left side. So I'm going to lift my leg up, and 1, and up, and 2, and up, and 3, and up, and 4, and up, and 5. Good. And come back and just take a small break, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now, once again, come to your handstand position and walk your legs forward. And this time you're going to lift the right leg up, and 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, and down, and 5, and down. Good. And come back. Get the mat to its original position and go down into your child's pose. Now, we've done a majority of the work on the abdominal muscles, on the core. Now it's time to really stretch everything out to make sure that the muscles don't become tight and that your body doesn't become stiff. So now we're going to start that part of the workout, and for that we are also going to need a blanket and a belt. So we're going to start with downward dog. So now is the time when you want to focus on the maximum stretch without compromising the alignment. So place your hands on the floor, keep your feet together in the downward dog, and push the tailbone up, up, and up. And you're rolling the thighs in, and so this is one long stretch for your spine. So enjoy it. Allow the neck to hang down. Top of the head does not have to touch the floor. You're still focusing on lengthening the back. Good. And from here, you're going to step forward into your Parshva Uttanasana. So again, take this opportunity to really stretch the hamstrings. So I'm going to try to make sure that my hips don't collapse either to one side or the other side. The hips have to be squared, you're rolling the thighs in, and you're coming as far forward as you can. You can walk your hands out, and even if you cannot stretch this much, that's fine. Go to your maximum limit, but make sure that you're following the alignment cues. The foot has to be flat on the floor. The thighs have to be rolled inwards. Only then you'll get a proper stretch on the hamstrings. And if the hips are not squared, then you will not get a stretch on your spine. So it's important that the hips are squared. Good. And now from here, you're going to step back into downward dog once again. And again, one long stretch for your spine. And then you're going to step forward with your left leg, again to come into the Parshva Uttanasana. So you're going to make sure your hips are squared, and remember one side is always a little more stiff than the other. So you're going to again walk forward, keep the hips squared, roll the left thigh in, and come as far forward as you can. And from here, go back into your downward dog. And again, stretch and stretch up and stretch up. Good. And now I'm going to take the blanket and position it so that my knees can rest on it. So I'm going to bring the right leg forward, left knee down on the blanket. Bring the hips down like you did when we were doing the warm-up, and you're going to bend your left leg, reach back and pull this leg, the heel as close to the buttock as you can. This is Bhekasana, Ardha Bhekasana, and we're basically trying to stretch the quads, which really worked hard when we did the 100 squats. So it's important that every time you do something intensive on the legs, you must stretch the quad muscles. And let go. And once again, you're going to go back into the downward dog. Again, one long stretch. And bring the left leg forward. Back knee on the floor. And again, you're going to push the hips down, bend the right leg, reach back and pull the heel to your buttocks, and you're coming down, still constantly pushing the hips down. And you should feel something on your quads in this. If you do not, then there's something that you're doing which is incorrect. Good. And once again, go back into your downward dog. And this time, bring the right leg forward, back knee on the floor. Keep the belt close to you, and you're going to come into your Kapodasana. So you're going to walk the right foot to the left. Allow the back leg to stretch out towards the back. And then you're going to take the belt or the rope, as it may be, hook it around your left leg and go into a small back bend. So you're going to grab the belt with both hands and lift up. Keep the chest open. Good. And let go and place the belt on the side. And now you're going to come into sleeping pigeon. So you can come forward, extend your arms out on the floor, place the forehead on the floor and relax. Good. Now, you're going to go back into the downward dog. Again, stretch that right leg out. Bring the left leg forward, back knee on the floor, and walk the left leg out. You're going to stay here. And stretching the quads, the Bhekasana, is a precursor to the Kapodasana, because in Bhekasana you're stretching the quads, here you're stretching the psoas as well. So now, again, you're going to take the belt, place it around your foot and reach back and hold. important to do a little bit of a back bend every day, and this is an awesome bend for the back. And I really like the usage of both props, the blanket and the belt for this, because it makes the asana that much more comfortable. Okay, and let go, and place the belt to the side, and come into your sleeping pigeon. And slowly get back into your downward dog. And place the knees on the floor, toes together, sit back and go into your child's pose. Now go ahead and come up and fold the blanket, and if you're not using a blanket you can use a bolster as well, and sit on the edge of the bolster so that the edge of your sitting bones are on top of the blanket. So now what you're going to do is we're going to do the Janu Shirshasana. So take the left leg in, right leg forward, and we're slowly going to focus on stretching, because we've done the Bhikasana for the quads. We're going to stretch the hamstrings a little bit more. So come forward, come forward, come forward, and see how far forward you can go. And at the same time, you do not want to bend the back. You don't want to curve the back. You want to roll the thighs in. And breathe. And go ahead and come up. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now left leg is going out. Right leg is in, and again you're going to walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Try and enjoy the stretch. The blanket or the bolster is giving you a little bit of elevation, so that helps in coming a little bit more forward. And of course it's not really about how far forward you can come, it's more about how much you can extend. And come up. And now you're going to take both legs forward and we're going to do the Paschimottanasana. So here also, if you feel that you need to take the buttock flesh out, rotate it out, so that the sitting bones are further down into the floor, go ahead and do that. And now, you're going to come forward again, keeping the back straight, come forward and see how far forward you can come. Again, roll the thighs in. If you're coming forward but the thighs are not touching each other, knees are not touching, thighs are rolled away from each other, then this posture is not the right posture. You're not doing the posture correctly. So make sure that everything is aligned, only then you'll make the most out of the posture. Good. And now change the position of your blanket to come into the Upavishta Konasana. So you're going to again sit with the sitting bones on the edge of the fold of the blanket. Extend the legs out as much as you can. And this is also to stretch the groin, the inner thighs. And you're going to walk your arms forward. And stay there. And if you want, you can come all the way down as well. Just see, explore the limits, keep the toes Point it up, heels out. Now slowly walk the hands back. Now we're going to continue stretching the inner thighs and hamstrings. So now move the blanket to one side, and you're going to sit you're going to bend your left leg and extend the right leg out, and you're going to either sit on the floor, and if that's a little difficult for you, you could even prop yourself up on a blanket like I've done. And you're going to place your elbow on the floor and extend out with the left hand. And you're going to keep the chest open, open, open. Feel the stretch on the side. Good. And come out, and now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to move the blanket to the other side, bend your right leg, extend the left leg out. Again, if you can sit on the floor and still get the same stretch, go ahead and do that. But if you want a blanket to give you a little bit more stretch, go ahead and use a blanket. Now place your left elbow on the floor, and you're going to reach out and reach out and reach out and hold this. And go ahead and come up. And once again, Bhatt. This time, grab your toes, and you can still choose to stay seated on the blanket or the bolster if you want. And you're going to come forward, forward, forward. And come up, and now we're going to go into the Padmasana, and keep the back straight, hands on your knees, and just start to breathe and to slow down the breath. And now we're going to switch legs. So whichever leg was below, you're going to bring it on top. And let go. And now let's come into the Virasana. So for the Virasana as well, if you need a blanket under your feet, if you need a block under your hips, go ahead and use that. And just sit here. This is a great posture for your knees. Again, if you run a lot, if you're on your feet a lot, you want to do the Virasana almost daily. Good. And then come up. And now let's do the firelord pose. So you're going to bring the right foot on top of the left. And in this posture today, your forehead must touch something. It should not be floating in the air. So use a blanket or a block if you need to. And allow the forehead to rest. go ahead and come up, and the same thing on the other side. So again, we're going to keep the back straight, walk forward, and rest your forehead. And go ahead and come up. And now you're going to lie down in your Shavasana. So again, use the block or the blanket or a bolster to rest your head on. Extend the legs out to the corners of the mat, arms out. And inhale and exhale. Long inhalations, long exhalations, and just absolutely relax. Gently bring your awareness back into your own body. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Move your face from side to side. And then turn to the right. With your left hand, you're going to bring yourself up to any comfortable seated meditative asana. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, your eyes closed. Bring your hands together and then Namaskar Mudra. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. So I hope you really enjoyed this workout. Do it every day without fail for the rest of this month, and you will see how your body actually changes and transforms. It's a powerful workout and it is a result-oriented workout. So if you have any questions or queries, do reach out to me. Thank you.